In the unseen shadows of history, covert operations plot the course of nations. This isn't just an intriguing tagline, it's a stark reality. Behind the scenes of our well-documented past, a myriad of clandestine activities have shaped and shifted the world as we know it. Covert operations, by definition, are actions conducted in secrecy to achieve a specific goal. Often this goal is political, aimed at influencing the trajectory of a country or even the entire globe. From the murky depths of espionage to the high-stakes world of assassinations, these operations are the hidden hands that have helped mold our history. Yet, the most intriguing aspect of these operations is the duality they present. Governments, the very institutions we entrust with our safety, are often the puppet masters behind the scenes. They deny any involvement, maintaining a facade of innocence, while pulling the strings of these covert operations. Why, you might ask? The reasons are as varied as the operations themselves. Sometimes it's to maintain political stability, other times it's to eliminate threats, and on occasion, it's simply a play for power. Regardless of the reasons, the end goal is always the same: to alter the course of history without leaving any trace. But as much as governments might want to erase these operations from our collective memory, the echoes of their actions reverberate through the annals of history. The truth, as they say, has a way of revealing itself, often in the most unexpected ways. These are not just tales of intrigue and conspiracy, they are stark reminders of the lengths to which governments will go to maintain control and influence. They serve as a testament to the unseen shadows of history, where covert operations plot the course of nations. So prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown, a delve into the enigmatic world of covert assassinations. We'll be pulling back the curtain on 5 such operations, where governments denied involvement while orchestrating the entire play. Join us as we delve into the top 5 covert assassinations where the government denied they were a part of, but actually orchestrated. Our first stop takes us back to the ancient corridors of power in Rome. In the heart of this once mighty empire, an audacious plot was brewing, one that would change the course of history forever: the assassination of the illustrious Julius Caesar. The year was 44 BC, and Caesar, fresh off his triumph in Gaul, had just been declared Dictator Perpetuo, dictator in perpetuity. Yet his seemingly invincible reign was about to meet a catastrophic end. The architects of this audacious plot were none other than the members of the Roman Senate. They feared Caesar's growing power and saw it as a threat to the Republic. But could they, the supposed custodians of Roman democracy, be implicated in such a dark deed? Officially, they denied any involvement, maintaining that they were as shocked as the rest of Rome. Yet the Ides of March tell a different story. On that fateful day, Caesar was surrounded by 60 senators, each armed with a dagger. One by one they struck, their cloaks stained with the blood of the man they had once called a friend. The denial of the Senate, therefore, seems hollow in the face of such overwhelming evidence. In the aftermath, Rome plunged into chaos and civil war, paving the way for the rise of the Roman Empire. The assassination of Julius Caesar, a covert operation executed in broad daylight, marked the end of the Roman Republic, a betrayal etched forever in the annals of time. Fast forward to the chilling winters of Russia, where mysticism meets politics. We now delve into the heart of the Russian Empire, circa 1916, a land of icy landscapes and fiery politics, where whispers of revolution were beginning to crack the frosty silence. It was here that Grigory Rasputin, a self-proclaimed holy man, held sway over the Romanovs, Russia's royal family. Rasputin was no ordinary man. His charisma and claimed spiritual powers had earned him a place of influence, particularly over Tsarina Alexandra, who believed Rasputin could heal her hemophiliac son, Tsarevich Alexei. This perceived control over the Tsarina stirred resentment among the Russian aristocracy and led to suspicions of Rasputin's intentions. The plot to assassinate Rasputin was hatched by Prince Felix Yusupov, Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, and right-wing politician Vladimir Purishkevich. The plan was as dramatic as it was deadly. Lured to Yusupov's palace with the promise of meeting his wife, Rasputin was given poisoned cakes and wine. When the poison failed to work, he was shot, beaten, and finally dumped into the icy Neva River. The Russian monarchy's involvement in Rasputin's assassination has been a subject of debate for over a century. Officially, the monarchy distanced itself from the act, claiming it was the work of rogue elements within the aristocracy. However, many historians believe that the monarchy, threatened by Rasputin's influence, orchestrated the assassination to regain control. These doubts are fueled by the fact that the conspirators, despite their confessed involvement in the assassination, received minimal punishment. Prince Yusupov and Grand Duke Dmitry were merely exiled to remote parts of the empire, while Purishkevich was not punished at all. This leniency suggests the monarchy's tacit approval, if not outright involvement, in the assassination. The assassination of Rasputin marked a turning point in Russian history. It signaled the growing discontent with the monarchy and paved the way for the Russian Revolution. Rasputin, the mystic who had once held sway over the Russian royal family, had become a victim of the very power games he had once played. A dark tale of power and manipulation, sealed in the icy heart of Russia. Next, we journey to the heart of Africa, where independence is marred by blood. Our tale takes us to the newly independent Congo in the tumultuous year of 1961, where the charismatic and visionary Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba, meets a tragic end. Lumumba, a beacon of hope for his people, dared to dream of a Congo free from colonial rule and exploitation. His dream, however, was cut short, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and controversy. On the fateful day of January 17th, Lumumba was brutally assassinated, his demise sending shockwaves through a nation on the brink of its newfound freedom. But who was behind this heinous act? The fingers point towards the Belgian government, the former colonial masters of Congo. Belgium, as the story goes, was not ready to let go of its influence over Congo's rich resources. Lumumba's vision for a self-sufficient Congo was a direct threat to their interests. Yet, when questioned, the Belgian government adamantly denied any involvement in the assassination. It wasn't until decades later, in the early 2000s, that the truth began to emerge. Under mounting pressure, the Belgian government finally admitted to bearing moral responsibility for Lumumba's death. However, the full extent of their involvement remains a murky chapter in the annals of history, a poignant reminder of the shadows that loomed over the dawn of a nation's independence. We now turn to the tranquil streets of Sweden, where peace is shattered by a single bullet. The year is 1986, and the Cold War's frosty fingers reach even into the heart of neutral Sweden. It's here that we find the charismatic and outspoken Prime Minister Olof Palme, a man unafraid to challenge the status quo on the global stage. He takes a stand against apartheid, deeply irking the South African government, and the ripples of his actions don't stop there. His bold words and actions make him many enemies, and the stage is set for a chilling act of political violence. February 28, 1986, a night like any other in Stockholm. Palme, ever the man of the people, dismisses his bodyguards to enjoy a night at the cinema with his wife. As they walk home, an unknown assailant fires a single shot, striking Palme in the back. The Swedish Prime Minister is dead, and a nation is plunged into mourning. Suspicions quickly turn to the South African government, who many believe orchestrated the assassination in retaliation for Palme's vocal opposition to apartheid. Despite compelling evidence, including a dossier from a former South African intelligence officer, the government vehemently denies any involvement. This denial continues to this day, despite the lingering doubts and unanswered questions. The assassination of Olof Palme remains one of the most shocking episodes in modern political history, a shocking act of violence that continues to echo through the halls of power. From the ancient corridors of Rome to the tranquil streets of Sweden, we've journeyed through the unseen shadows of history. We've revisited the chilling moments that forever changed the course of nations and people's lives. In our exploration, we've seen Julius Caesar's demise, orchestrated by his closest allies, a shocking betrayal that led to the fall of the Roman Republic. We've delved into the mysterious death of Rasputin, the mad monk of Russia, whose assassination was so dramatic it's become the stuff of legends. We've also looked at the tragic end of Patrice Lumumba, a beacon of hope for Congo's independence, covertly taken out by the very people who promised to protect him. And we've examined the still unsolved murder of Olof Palme, the Swedish Prime Minister, a crime that shocked peaceful Sweden to its core. Each story is a stark reminder of the depths to which governments will go to protect their interests, often at the expense of truth and justice. These assassinations, hidden under layers of denials and misinformation, are sobering examples of the unseen forces that shape our world. Remember, history is not always as it seems. Unseen shadows lurk, shaping the course of our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. See you in the next video, where we continue to explore the unseen shadows of history.